Good evening, YouTube. Hardball Crazy, come back with a video. Tonight, I'm going to give you a little trivia question. See four players in front of you. These are examples of these four players. That's Eddie Cicotte. That's my only Eddie Cicotte example. Anything in my collection is a Sweet Caporal pen from 1910. Billy Pierce, Maury Wills, and Carl Hubbell. What do these four players have in common? It's kind of obscure, and so I don't really expect you to get at anything. It's also, as a Tiger fan, I'm not too proud of. And many Tiger fans probably do not even know this trivia question. But, you know, me being hardball crazy, I know this. And what is the answer to what these four players have in common? All four of these were Detroit Tigers or part of the Detroit Tiger organization before they became stars. Yep, they were all Tigers. Once could have had all these guys in their part of their big league team for many years. We got a Hall of Famer and some Hall of Very Goods in there. I'm going to go through the history of each of these, how they were part of the Detroit Tiger organization. First, I'm going left to right, Eddie Cicotte. We all know that Ty Cobb debuted as an 18-year-old in 1905. Well, the reason why he debuted so early at his age, 1905, yeah, he had great talent and everything, but the Tigers' star outfielder at the time, Jimmy Barrett, this is 4 years into the Tigers. Remember, Tigers started in 1901. Tim Barrett was the first star Detroit Tiger, and he got hurt his knees, so they needed a replacement, and they signed Ty Cobb. And when they signed Ty Cobb from the minor leagues or pro leagues where he played, they also picked up Eddie Cicotte in that same deal. So Cicotte debuted signed with the Tigers along with Ty Cobb. He pitched 1905, and that was it. He was back to the minor leagues, semi-pro leagues, and then came back to the major leagues in 1908 with Red Sox, and pitched there for several years into the White Sox. You know, the rest of history. So Cicotte actually called up, or signed with the Tigers at the same time, the same deal with Ty Cobb, and he very briefly got a look-see with the Tigers before they said they let him go. Billy Pierce actually grew up in Detroit, and his boyhood idol was Tommy Bridges, star pitcher of the Tigers in the 30s and 40s. And so Pierce signed with the Tigers as coming out of high school, and actually debuted with the Tigers in 1945. And then again, he played with them in 48, but he had major control issues, and the Tigers traded him away to the White Sox. And in 49 with the White Sox, he started becoming a legit major leaguer, and is basically a one that got away from the Tigers. Didn't hang out too long enough to benefit to having Billy Pierce part of their arsenal of pitchers. Pierce became one of the top pitchers of the American League in the 1950s. His number retired in White Sox lore, and he's been on many Hall of Fame ballots and yet to get inducted. I kind of put my doubt he will ever get in, but he's one of those guys who was a legit star, and at his time, it was probably him and Whitey Ford and a couple others were probably the best pitchers of the 1950s in the American League. Maury Wills, you all probably know the story of Maury Wills. He was basically spent many years in the minor leagues with the Dodgers before actually debuting, so he started his career in the major leagues a little late. During one of the stints in the minor leagues, he did have a showcase. He signed with the Reds, and the Dodgers shipped him back, which the same thing happened in 1959. He signed traded or loaned to the Tigers in 1959 for spring training. He has yet to sniff the big leagues with the Dodgers. He's been many years with the minor leagues. So the Tigers looking for a shortstop. So they got Maury Wills from the Dodgers. And at the same time, they signed another veteran shortstop. I can't remember who it was. And Maury Wills mostly played B League B games in spring training, yet he did play very well, but he never really had a really legit shot of playing the big league club because the Tigers wanted the veteran uh, presence in shortstop than a youngster, Maury Wills. So the Tigers shipped at the end of spring training, shipped Maury Wills back to the Dodgers. And that '59 season is when he actually debuted with the Dodgers, and soon after he became a star for the Dodgers, MVP, stolen base king, and all that jazz. But he actually was part of the Tigers. Tigers are smart enough to keep him in '59, but they didn't see him. They didn't really give him a legit shot. I'm not sure racism could have been still part of the deal too, because the Tigers were the second to last team to integrate, and Larry Doby was the first African American Tiger, and that was in '58, I believe. And Ozzie Virgil was the first minority. He was like a '57 or '58. But Maury Wills, being an African American, I'm sure he didn't get the benefit of the doubt, and he never really got a shot. The Tigers came back. Tigers shipped him back to Detroit, Los Angeles, into spring training. Then he became a star. Carl Hubbell, yes, King Carl. He was originally Tiger property. Probably didn't know that. Yep, the Tigers, and I believe in '26, I believe, signed him out of Missouri. Ty Cobb, the player manager, and his pitching coach told Carl Hubbell that we don't want you to throw that your signature screwball because we're worried about your arm getting hurt and injuries and all that such. So Hubbell didn't use a screwball. Obviously, he had mediocre results, and he's part of the Tigers' minor league systems for a couple of years, and property for a couple of years, and Carl Hubbell got frustrated and told the Tigers, "Let me pitch my screwball, or I'm out of here. I can go back to Oklahoma." And Giants caught wind of that. They signed Carl Hubbell, and the rest is history. So if hindsight was 2020, he knew that Carl Hubbell was durable. He could have been a Detroit Tiger Hall of Famer, and he would never have struck out the Hall of Famers in 6 in a row, and history would have been a whole different matter if Carl Hubbell was a legit Tigers. Yep, those are 4 guys. Those 4 guys at the top of my head were legit stars the Tigers had part of their property before they became stars to let them go. I'm sure there's others. I can't think of any top of my head, but these are 4 at the top of my head. I thought I'd share the stories of each of them. I'm sure other ball clubs, your favorite team has these guys legit too. I just did my older guys because the modern guys with the trade deadlines and trades and dealing prospects for stars is kind of more of a commonplace. One modern day example, when the Tigers were doing a playoff push in 2014, they traded for David Price from Tampa Bay, and they traded away. They got him, and they traded away Drew Smiley, who was a good arm at the time, and an 18-year-old shortstop by the name of Willy Adames. Yep, the Tigers was usually just signed Willy Adames in the international signing period, but they traded him away as a youngster. Then Tampa Bay developed into a star, and now he's a star shortstop of the Brewers. He's probably the most recent example of Tiger farmhand became star elsewhere. But these 4 vintage guys are the ones I could thought of off the top of my head. I'm sure there's others, like I said. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching.